All right, now moving from politician to one of the most successful business owners in San Diego, #1 per city beat on a real estate team, Mission Realty Group. Jared Kelley, good to have you here.
Thank you so much, Craig.
We can talk some politics. You host a radio show now.
Yeah, we'll do a little bit of that, I guess.
How are you liking the Trump-Hillary card? You predicted this.
So when we talked maybe 6-7 months ago, maybe November-ish, I guess it's not that long ago, seems like forever, I said, I think it's going to end up being Hillary Trump, and it's going to continue with the circus. So we'll see. I guess we're going to get an independent this year. We'll see how that turns out.
You think that'll happen?
I think that's what the people want. The people will get it.
Well, it is. It's troubling. It's really troubling. Talking to a local politician, it's like, all right, you haven't been corrupted too bad yet. Chris Cates represents a district that you're dominating. Your team is. So let's talk about that housing market. How's the market doing as a whole as well? And I know you got some advice here today. Yeah,
the market is. Just being very frank, and I know we talked about this a little bit before, is a seller's market right now. We had I believe it was 1564, so just over 1,500 homes that closed in February. We actually represented 2% of that at our company.
Wow.
Which is fun as a boutique brokerage to have it be a blip, a little more than a blip on the radar.
But is 1,500 a big or small number?
That's a very small number.
It's a small number of actual transactions, and that translates, or I guess that'd be as a result of the inventory?
Correct.
Yeah.
So we actually even had more homes go pending than went on the market. So
wow.
that means the inventory is being eaten up faster than new homes are coming on the market. So if you're a seller and you're sitting in your chair thinking, hey, this is a time to make some money, it is.
So but you know the old expression, buy low, sell high, right?
Yeah.
Or be greedy when others are fearful, fearful when others are greedy. There's a reason these things were created. So if you're a seller, should you just sit there and ride the wave? Is there a chance that this changes? You've talked about the market maybe flattening out at some point.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, I don't think it's smart to try and pick exactly the 100% time to sell your home. And I advise people, hey, if you're comfortable where you're at, I think that the ceiling is a lot closer than the floor. I mean, if there is something to happen, let's say we have World War III or whoever gets elected president and we don't know where that's going to go, I think the floor is a lot, I mean, there's a much farther drop than, I would say my guess is we're at about 96% of the market. So this summer, we may loop that around back to the summer of 2017 and hit the top then, but I think that this summer is gonna put people at a very good place across the board. That doesn't mean locally, so if we're talking Mira Mesa versus South Park, Mira Mesa may not quite be to that point yet. Actually has a 15-day inventory right now. Wow. 15
Whoa.
days.
Oh, you mean for inventory, as in all the homes on the market?
All the homes on the market, 15 days.
Wow.
Normally it's in months. We're at 15 days in Mira
So I
Mesa.
want our audience to really understand that. So in a normal balanced market, what is it, 6 months?
6 months.
So if no new homes came on the market, the number of months it would take for all those homes to get absorbed by the demand that we have, Jared's telling you 15 days.
Correct.
I mean, that is a seller's market.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never even heard of such a thing, but that's a micro market. So if you were going to go sell, obviously the goal is to get top dollar and to avoid risk. A lot of risk out there with all the real estate licenses running around. Give us some advice.
Yeah, so I think those are really the two most important things. Real estate is very complicated, so not to just dumb it down a little bit, you want to get top dollar and you want to have the least amount of vulnerability or risk. And there's a couple very strategic ways to do that. So how you price the home initially, how you market that home. In the first 2 to 3 weeks, if you're not getting offers in this market, in the first 2 to 3 days, really, but in the first 2 to 3 weeks, if the best offers aren't coming in, you're missing the boat. And then kind of on that profit piece too, is making sure and understanding that you have options as a seller. And this is something that we've launched, homeselloptions.com. That's home, the word sell, like S-E-L-L. So to make sure the homeowners understand that you do have an option when selling your home. You can renovate and list, and there's money available to do that. You don't have to have cash out of your pocket. You can sell it just like a normal premier listing that we would do. And there's cash buyers out there that are paying absorbent amounts of money. They're actually on a 2% per month hedge, which means that they're saying if we're thinking that the market's going up 2% every month, so they're overpaying, in my opinion, for
cash buyers overpaying. Homeselloptions.com.
Yeah.
Oof. What about vulnerability and risk?
So again, I think there's some key things. How you prepare your house for sale limits your vulnerability. Meaning if you have some cracks in your drywall and you know that there's a potential foundation issue, fix that, because if you let a buyer uncover that, they're going to start uncovering every little tiny thing. So fix the major things. You want to pass on a great house.
Right.
There's no reason to try and cover up or hide things. And then making sure that we're qualifying the buyers that are buying the house is a very, very, very important piece. So if you don't know words like DTI, DU, no money down VA loan, what appraisals and contingencies that are in there, that's what we take on as the realtors to help limit the risk and vulnerability in the transactions.
Well, let me clarify the point. Most realtors don't really go beyond putting the sign in the yard and hoping for a commission. The things that you just referenced are related to financing, debt versus income, making sure that when you get offers on your home, that it doesn't fall through. That can put you at financial risk and much more. So Jared is basically making the point that there are things that you can do your due diligence to avoid some of these risks, and this is what he does with his team. It's pretty amazing. You wonder why he's doing so much business here in San Diego. Also finds time to host a radio show on 1170 AM KCBQ, Fridays at 7 o'clock. Rise Up Radio. How's the show going? Oh,
the show's awesome. We've had such good feedback from the community, so thank you for just calling and I got a phone call saying, we love your show. They looked me up through the KCBQ 1170, The Answer, and found me. But great response of nominating heroes, because I believe that everyone can be a leader and is a leader if you accept that responsibility.
And I have my show on KCBQ as well, and sometimes the politics and the way the media works, negativity, you can get sucked into it a little bit. And we helped Jared launch his show, and from the word go, it was all about bringing people up. It's called Rise Up Radio. It's about being positive, empowering you, and talking about leadership, whether it's in your community, in your family, or just individually. It's a great show. Again, 1170 AM KCBQ, Fridays at 7 p.m. And of course, if you have questions about your real estate investment, I would talk to Jared and his team. JK, thanks for coming on the show.
SDRiseUp.com, rise up. That's how you got to leave it. You got to rise up.
Rise up, man. Love it. And then May 5th, you have National Prayer Day, which you're involved in. So got to get some information on that. We'll have you on next month to talk about that as well.
Love it. Thank you so much, Craig.
Cool. All right, coming up next, we're going to dive into the market. The market has been off to triple-digit swings so far this year. That volatility isn't just in stocks. It's also in bonds. It can translate to movement in interest rates. What does that mean for you? How does it affect the market? Coming up next, we're going to dive into that and much more on The American Dream.